Hello, I'm going to show you some of the new features in the Wallworm model tools. Today's lesson here is the new Bodygroups feature. And we're going to demonstrate the usage of this with the worm model here. Our basic model is the worm, and you've seen him in other videos maybe, and he's animated. And now we've got some cool sunglasses we want to give to him. So the current version of Wallworm model tools is 1.4 in this video. So if yours looks different, well, go and get the latest. What we're going to first do is pick our model here, and the tool is filled out with all the details I've previously set up for this model. And I wanted to do this to show you that there's a new feature. We can go ahead and make a new model without closing out the UI. I can click here and click these glasses, and it will reset the whole form, the whole UI with this new model. And you see that it created a new Wallworm model tool helper here that's storing the information. Now the next thing we need to do is assign this model to the model up here without making it an actual part of the model. We're making it a separate model that's part of a body group of this model. To do that with the Wallworm model tools, you'll want to do this. Click on the Create menu, go down to Helpers and choose Dummy. And what you'll need to do is create a dummy in the scene. Doesn't matter where you create it. The next thing you'll want to do is give this dummy a name. Whatever name you give this dummy will be the name of your body group. In this case, I'm going to call it glasses. Oop. So that's the name of this dummy, and when I'm done, there's going to be a body group in this model that is called glasses, and I can make any number of these. I could make one called clothing, one called rubble, whatever, and each one of those is the name of a body group, and then I can assign my models to those body groups. Now what I want to do here is click the link, the pick and link tool, and I want to link the helper that's for the glasses to this. And then I want to link this to the core model. Now when I export this worm, it's going to have a body group with this model here. Now when you want to have models that are part of a body group of an animated model, for example this worm, see if we scrub the timeline here, it's not sticking with it. So what we're going to need to do here is apply a skin modifier to these glasses, and then we need to choose the same bone that's used right here at the end of the face, and we can quickly find out which one by hiding the geometry and hovering over this. So we went on either bone 7 or 8, so I'm going to put on bone 8. So we'll go back to our glasses and add a bone. We're going to choose bone 8. If you only have one bone on that mesh, you don't need to worry about the weighting anything. It's just going to use 100% on everything. And that's all I need to do there. So now if we scrub the timeline, you're just going to see that the glasses follow. Now I could just compile this by hitting export model, but I don't really need to do that. I can actually go back to my root model, and since I have already linked my helper to the Wallworm model tool helper, this dummy, and I've linked the glasses helper to the dummy as well, all I got to do now, having again reset this to the Wallworm model tool to the wormy here, is hit export. We actually may want to add more objects to our model. Instead of just glasses, you can have different things. So we're going to go ahead and add something else. I'm going to add a little sign here for him. So we need to turn this into a model for Wallworm model tools. And I could just go ahead and click pick model like I normally would, but I'm going to show you a new utility that's part of Wallworm model tools. It's in the utilities rollout. you would actually probably use this if you had multiple models, because that's one of the cool things about it, this quick WWMT. It will take all of the objects you have selected in the scene and turn them into models that you can use. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it on this one. So now there's another model in the scene. You don't have to have anything selected to use that. And you may want to go look at the docs, because we also have the ability to compile all of the selected models and all of the selected textures of the selected models all in one batch. That was added in version 1.4. So now we have another object here, worm sign. And what we can do is, like before, link that to our dummy that is controlling this body group. So now we can say to ourselves, you know what? This dummy no longer makes sense as glasses body group. We're going to just call this accessories. So that's now going to be the body group of this model. Now we have to do another thing here. We have to remember that this is animated, so we're going to have to go ahead and add a skin modifier to this and do the same thing we did with the other one. We're going to have to add a bone, and let's see which bone we should add it to. Let's go ahead and add it to bone 3. And see how this looks. Well, that doesn't look too good because it cuts through the model. So we're going to have to choose a different bone. Just go ahead and add bone 2. It's not going to move. Let's make sure he's not sticking through here. That's fine. So if we want to export all the textures in the scene at once, or any collection of these, we can select all of the wall worm model tool helpers in the scene that we need to use. So I'm going to select these 3 helpers. We'll go to the utilities, rollout, and just choose all textures. So now we've textured all of our things in the scene. Now, one more thing that's been added to the model tools that some people don't know about yet is the fact that you can have multiple skins. And to do that, you then just apply a multi-subobject material to the helper that contains all your skins. And I have some for my glasses. So what I'm going to do here is find my material, my multi-material for my glasses, and I'm going to assign that material to my glasses. Not to the actual model, but to the helper. Basically what happens is every material that's in here, each one of them will become a skin. So I'm going to need to export my textures again. And now we can open up and look at our model. So now we can open up Model Viewer, and here's our model. Go to the Model tab. You'll now find we have our default model, and now we have a body group called Accessories. And then here we have the different submodels. By default, submodel 1 is blank. You can change that in the QC, but the model tool exporter will always make one called blank. We have that model, and we have the will work for food sign here. So I was actually wrong in thinking that you could apply multiple skins to a body group model on the model. You may find some way to access it, but to show you what I actually intended to show you, I should be able to load the glasses model directly, and in here we should be able to look at the different skins that it has. So you can do this with by applying a multi-sub-object to a model. I don't know how to make that happen right now on the body group models, obviously, but you could do this to the main model here. Apply a multi-sub-object to it, and each of the materials in the multi-sub-object would become a skin you can choose. Of course, this whole video was also demonstrating how to set up body groups. If we want more body groups, we just make another dummy and we assign models to that. So let's go back into model viewer again just to show you. Again, if we go back to showing the accessories, we have these glasses on. We can go to the sequences and you'll see that the model keeps those glasses on there. And if we want to change it to look at the other, will work for food. There we go. My name is Sean Olson. This is the Wallworm Model Tools at wallworm.com. I hope you've found this educational, and I look forward to seeing some of the things you guys are making with this. Thank you, and have a good day.